in Africa's most populous nation. Officials in Nigeria say a Liberian man who died in the country this week was carrying the disease. The Ebola epidemic in West Africa, now 3 times larger than any outbreak of this virus that has ever been recorded. And as Michael Holmes reports, it's going to take time before health officials can bring this situation under any semblance of control.
It is the worst Ebola outbreak in history, and it continues to wreak havoc across West Africa. The World Health Organization says there have now been at least 660 deaths from the disease since March, and there is no sign of it slowing down.
It's probably going to be several months before we are able to get a grip on this epidemic and this outbreak and reduce the numbers of cases.
The number of total cases is nearly 1,100, most of those in Guinea, where the outbreak originated. 314 people have died there so far. In Sierra Leone, the death toll 219, and in Liberia, the virus has claimed 127 lives. The numbers are rising, even health workers not immune. Just this week, 39-year-old Dr. Sheikh Umar Khan contracted the disease. The brave physician treated more than 100 Ebola patients in Sierra Leone. He is now quarantined. Fear has also gripped some affected communities, some people proclaiming that the epidemic is a punishment for past sins, while other local leaders have spread rumours that the white people were conducting experiments on them. Some are failing to remain in quarantine and spread the infection.
People are isolated, they're afraid, they're scared, they think that outsiders are bringing Ebola to them instead of trying to help them get rid of Ebola. So I think the key is community leaders and religious leaders, and we're working very hard to convince them that they should collaborate with us in educating their communities.
A Doctors Without Borders clinic in Guinea was attacked in April, forcing the group to briefly abandon its mission, and a Red Cross facility had to be closed after men brandishing knives threatened the healthcare workers. There are now even more fears of the disease spreading further east into Nigeria after a man hospitalised in Lagos died, according to news agencies. He had collapsed shortly after arriving from Liberia. Doctors confirmed he tested positive for Ebola. Ebola is a frightening disease because it kills up to 90% of the people it infects, and there is no treatment or vaccine available. It's transmitted to humans from bodily fluids of infected wild animals. It then spreads among humans through contact with blood or other bodily fluids. Michael Holmes, CNN.